Retro games are those games we looked fondly on, from your first console purchased fresh out of the box, to the first arcade game you spent tons of hours and cash slugging away until you can find a kill screen. These are my top 5 favourite retro games that made you love gaming. Number 5. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong has been synonymous with the history of gaming, from the battle of the kill screens in the documentary King of Kong, to the debut of a little plumber that we know as the mascot of one of the biggest gaming companies in history. Donkey Kong has given me hours of play from a personal standpoint, bringing gamers in droves to the ColecoVision, and the current price for the NES gem is $35 and $9.99 for the ColecoVision port. For those who love classic gaming, if you don't want to spend your arm and a leg, there is always emulation. Number 4. Paperboy. When I first played this game, it was an overbearing, overheating, cup of coffee making machine known as the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, a console that gamers would spend more time waiting around on than actually playing with. Once the game eventually loaded, it gave me hours of gameplay, attempting to be the neighborhood's paperboy, trying to get papers to clients whilst trying to stay alive and avoid obstacles at the same time. You can purchase Paperboy on the Atari Lynx for $39.95, the NES for $16.99, and also the Spectrum for a whopping $36. It's ridiculous the amounts that these resellers get away with. Number 3. Day of the Tentacle. In 1993, I was mostly a PC gamer. I would play countless hours on my old 486 system, a classic point-and-click adventure game known as Day of the Tentacle. And there's none finer than this Tim Schafer and Dave Grossman's barn-put sci-fi tipping its cap to the 50s monster movies and Chuck Jones cartoons. It's a time-travelling plotline that affords you bizarre pleasure, uproariously silly, and very unique. The game has currently made a comeback on the 8th generation of consoles. The game has been remastered and is currently available on the PlayStation Plus for free. So if you want nostalgic experience, you can also grab the game itself for $24.95 in a double pack with Sam and Max. But you can also get it on its own for $19.95. Number 2. Streets of Rage. When Final Fight debuted, the Super Nintendo, with its amazing graphics and great theme music, something was kind of missing. With the lack of additional characters, that you had to literally purchase the Guy version of the game. Yep, Nintendo did a palette swap version, which you can kind of count as a DLC version of the game because everything was the same. You could ease tension with one of the best games on the Sega Genesis, aka the Mega Drive, aka that system that used to go to war with Nintendo. Streets of Rage had you playing a bunch of ragtag police officers who took it to the streets and beating living tar out of anyone in order to keep their home safe. The game also was one of the first games to give me a choice to be the good guy and take on Mr. Big, or accept his offer and join his gang and kill my partner, making his offer to join the gang kind of fruitless because it just restarts you in the game again. But the great thing about it was that we didn't have things like the internet to show us the way. We had to make these choices ourselves and be damned by them. These days, with the internet firmly in place, the choice isn't as difficult as most may think, as long as you can deal with spoilers. But at the time, it was especially a hard choice to make for a young gamer like myself. Now, thanks to the miracle of the World Wide Web, you can download a full version of Streets of Rage Remake for free from the awesome people from Bomber Games. But if you are one of those many that love your physical copies and want to purchase the original, you can do so for $54.99. Truthfully, I'd rather play the remake, as it's fixed a lot of the broken mechanics and allowed me to play Alex all the way through, which is one of my favourite characters. It also includes the entirety of Streets of Rage 1, 2 and 3 in one simple game, so if you can find it, go for it. And plus, the addition of the fact that it won't hurt your wallet because you're giving gratification to resellers who want to basically hinder your gaming experience by overinflating prices. You know who you are, and I think you're the scum of the earth. Number 1. Duck Hunt. The debut of the Nintendo Entertainment System came with a dual pack, a game that was extremely common to Nintendo gaming enthusiasts. While most would spend hours playing Mario, I would spend hours trying to kill a bunch of birds, whilst being frustrated at the end result. With the combination of both games, they made Nintendo's first iteration of the gaming system a success. You can buy Duck Hunt for £8, or the combination Super Mario and Duck Hunt for $9.99. And that's it from me, guys. So tell me your overall favourite retro games that got you into gaming, because I would love to know what the results are from your side. And as always, this is Michael Burhan, and I shall see you tomorrow for another, a rather British review, of course, where I'm going to be reviewing something kind of awesome, but you'll have to wait and see till then. And thank you guys for being so patient with me, liking my videos, commenting and subscribing as you always do. So this has been Michael Burhan, and I shall see you for another top 5 soon.